Hi friends, it's Laura. How are you? I have a haul video for you today. You may want to go grab a cup of coffee or a Red Bull or a glass of water or whatever it is that you use to get yourself through the day because this one might take a long time. I have a really nice haul from today's sourcing trip. I went and visited my local thrift guy, I guess yesterday or the day before, and got a bunch of stuff from him. And I have two items that I got from Sheila and my dad's wife, and I'm going to show you all of those things right now. They're all going to be in my show tomorrow, my Whatnot show. So let's get into it. It's very exciting. Okay, first I'm going to show you the two items that I got from Sheila. So this is it's just a little Barbizon, like caftan muumuu type of thing. That's the tag. And you can see it's got this like fun little wood grain kind of texture on it. It does have like a seam that's a little bit open, but I don't think it's a big deal. I'm not going to bother trying to repair it to sell on Whatnot, at least. If I end up selling it elsewhere, then I'll fix it before that. But I've got that. Some of these I've actually already gotten loaded up into Whatnot. So yay. This dress is so freaking cute. This is like an 80s, maybe early 90s prom style dress. So it's got the bow and it's got, the like tapestry stuff, and then big satin skirt. The only thing that's really sad about this is the satin has a whole bunch of little pinpricky type of holes in mostly the skirt. There's a couple in the sleeve. Now, the skirt has so much volume to the fabric that I feel like it camouflages it really well. However, I personally probably wouldn't wear this to like a formal event. If I wouldn't want this to be my prom dress with holes in it. But I mean, it clearly works beautifully as like a costume or something, theater stuff, whatever. I I feel like with this type of damage, you can see how tiny these holes are, and then there's a few in the skirt. I would absolutely wear this. The damage would not stop me from wearing it as like an everyday dress. Personally, this is a little bit fancy for an everyday dress. Like I wouldn't just like go out for brunch wearing this dress. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what I don't you don't care about the other holes, honestly. There's some more holes. They're camouflaged pretty well, but I don't know. So I'm going to be offering that for $10 on Whatnot. If it doesn't sell on Whatnot, I will probably still try to list it on Etsy, all that stuff. Um, if you're new here, by the way, I sell on Etsy, eBay, and Depop and Whatnot, obviously. But for the purposes of this recording, I'm just going to call everything Etsy. It's going to be Whatnot or Etsy. And when I say Etsy, I also mean eBay and Depop. Etsy is like my favorite of the three. So let's see. I will put it up on Etsy, maybe for like $39 shipped, something like that. But hopefully it'll sell on Whatnot and somebody will be able to enjoy it as is. It's a really pretty dress. All right, now I'm going to get into the haul that I got from my little local thrift guy. If you've been around before, you know that this is my guy who used to be the manager of a Salvation Army that was within walking distance of my house. It was phenomenal, but it burned down accidentally, right? A lot of things burn down accidentally in my neck of the woods over here. So anyway, the Salvation Army decided not to place the store manager in another location. So they just let him go after 33 years, which is crazy. He was an amazing manager. He was so good. But he did open up his own place. So it's great. We go and see him all the time. He is still within walking distance. He's literally next door to my post office. However, now he's so much smaller, and he clearly doesn't get the same kind of inventory. So I don't find things at his place as frequently, but we still love supporting him. And I definitely go and look. And this time was, yes, worth it. Anyway, so first I got this. This is just an adorable little baby tee. It's like probably 90s, maybe 80s, something like that. There's the tag. It looks so cute on. I already took the photos for this one. It's adorable. I kind of want to keep it, even though like striped tees aren't my thing, but it's really cute. Next is this little sweater. I was thinking this was new old stock at first, but now I'm having second thoughts. Okay, making sure I'm not hitting my mic. You can see it's just a cute little purple sweater with this flower applique business on it. It's Andrea Gale, but the tag does look a little not crispy. It has this thing on it, but it's just safety pinned, and the front of the sweater's got like some, you know, so I don't know that it's actually new old stock. I don't know that the yarn is that textured. It could have been something that somebody purchased for their personal wardrobe and they just never wore it and it was sitting in a giant hoarder's closet for 8 million years. Who knows? Anyway, I've got that posted up on Whatnot already. All right, next is skipping around a little bit here. There's that shirt. Yeah. All right. Next is this sweater. This is really cute. Not really. Trying not to hit my mic. This is obviously a giant, like 80s era dolman sleeve sweater. I'm going to show you the tag. If you know, you know, and if you don't, I'll explain it. Don't worry. Wendjili. So this brand is like well known for making 70s era like knit dresses, very fine sweater knit dresses, oftentimes metallic. They're usually maxi length. They are gorgeous. If you are interested, look them up on like the Gem app is my favorite way to research things now. I think it's like, I don't know if it's gem.com or gemapp.com, but you can look up, like, it's great for doing research. I love it so much. The search algorithm on Gem is way better than Etsy's or any of the other platforms. The only thing that I don't want to say that I don't like, but Gem does not seem to include results from Depop. I mean, Depop is smaller, so it's not, super critical. Anyway, look up Wendjili on the Gem app and you will see the dresses that I'm talking about. They are gorgeous. The sweaters, I only found one other sweater like this listed and it was going like in the neighborhood of like $49, $50, something like that. So I think I have it up on Whatnot for 20 starting bid. But if I end up having to put it up on Etsy, it's going to be like $49, including the shipping. But it's a really cool sweater. Like I'm glad I picked it up. I might put it up for more than that. This is cooler than the other one that I saw online. But, the Wendjili did not make it a $200 sweater, which it would have done for the dress. I have to grab a shirt that Rizzo is currently laying on, but I have it off to the side and I forgot. Thank you, business. This is another one that I snagged at my local thrift guy, and I've already got it drafted for Etsy. I didn't put it on Whatnot because this isn't really my Whatnot crowd, but I was really excited to find this. So adorable, right? Little one-sleeved, one-shouldered, like stretchy bodycon top. This is from Forever 21. It's vintage Forever 21. Do you feel 120 years old right now? Because I do. And it's really cute. I just don't get a big Y2K crowd on Whatnot. So I tend to put that stuff directly on Etsy when I get it. I think that's all the ladies stuff that I got technically. Then this next stash of stuff from local thrift guy. Apparently a guy came in and donated all of his like 70s going out clothes, like his dance wear clothes, which is so much fun. Okay. These were all a little bit more than I like to pay, but honestly, so my local guy charges a little bit higher prices than like the big thrift that I go to every Wednesday. There's a lot of times where I will pay more to him because I like supporting him, small business, the whole nine. But honestly, if these had been this price in my regular thrift, I absolutely would have snagged them anyway. So just it is what it is. I like to keep my Whatnot auction starts around $15. Most of these are going to be starting around 20 because I had to pay, most of these were $7 each. So I think that when I sell something on Whatnot for $15, I end up getting about $12 after fees. And so then I paid $7, so it's just not worthwhile for me to sell it for 15. So I'm going to do them at 20, but here we go. You ready? Okay. Let's see. Now I got to hold it up right. Anyway, this one's not buttoned, so it's going to make it look less exciting, but it's not, because look at this. What kind of ridiculousness is this? This is velour and it's textured. So it's like I don't know if it's a jacquard velour sort of. It's not really a burnout. It's almost like stamped. It's really cool. And then this is the tag. And all of these shirts have their buttons on the right-hand side. So on a woman's shirt, the buttons are going to be on the left. So because a lot of these, I was like, I don't know, these kind of seem like women's shirts maybe, but buttons on the right, all of them. So this is phenomenal. I love it so much. All right, let's see. Next. Next is this one. This is Alan Stewart. And the majority of these all seem to be men's size extra large. So you can see that collar is so much fun. And then it's like this open knit shirt, really cool. This one, a little disco situation. The wide neckline and collar. And this one, I don't think that it buttons all the way up. Yeah, there were a few like this with this sort of silhouette. Wait, do you see the rest? They're so cool. So I think these are the only 3 that I listed for the show tomorrow, because it's weird. Like trying to sell menswear, men's vintage on Whatnot is very different than women's vintage. Women's vintage has kind of 2 distinct categories. There's the Y2K, and then there's the rest of it, right? True vintage. And they're very different dynamics. Men's vintage clothing on Whatnot, when you go in to create a listing, it will give you drop down options. So like women's will give you dresses, pants, tops, blouses, whatever, right? Men's vintage, it's all like t-shirt options. It's like rock tee, band tee, vintage crew neck. I can't even remember all of them, but it's all either sweatshirt or t-shirt, and that's it. Apparently, they just don't have vintage pants or any kind of vintage dress shirt, cardigans, sweaters, none of that. It's just all t-shirt and crew neck related. So I did list them as men's vintage, but I feel like this type of clothing sells better to my women's vintage clothing buyers because they're into that. If I try to sell like list in the men's vintage category as a show on Whatnot, those people want t-shirts mostly. So I feel like I have more success listing the menswear in my women's vintage shows. Sometimes I just let them stay as women's vintage. Like when I'm doing all my drafts, Whatnot will just kind of keep pre-populating the category as women's vintage unless I change it. So a lot of times I just leave it at that. Today I did change it all to men's vintage because if people are searching, I don't know how many people use search functions and Whatnot. I am a terrible Whatnot buyer. I am a decent Whatnot seller, but I don't buy on Whatnot very frequently. And when I do, I just tend to go into the women's true vintage category and find a show, and that's it. I don't search, you know. So anyway, I didn't want to load the show up with these shirts because they're all extra large. And it's kind of like if I have people in there that are into it, maybe it would have been an amazing show. But if I have people in there that are not into these shirts, you know, and when I'm looking at a crowd of like 7 people, 10 people, even if it's 20, you know, it's just like a luck of the draw. So I didn't want to have, you know, 12, I think I've got 10 of these, like 10 of the same size menswear, and then not have buyers that were looking for that. So I didn't put them all in, but let me keep showing you the rest. So next is, this is an Oleg Cassini. So cool. There's the tag. Got an amazing collar. And, you know, it's, you got your like, oop, look at that. I love it. They're all like these. Is this one? I don't even know. I think that they're, yeah, this one's nylon. Awesome. They're all nylon or polyester. It's amazing. This one is really cool. And I like really was like, I wonder if this is a woman's shirt, but it's not. So floral, it's got that great collar again. The buttons are all these pink rhinestone buttons. And here's the tag. But the buttons are all on the right side. This one has embroidery on the collar. He had his initials embroidered onto the collars of a few shirts. This one, I just missed it when I grabbed the shirt, but look at, it's like the same exact color as the flowers. It's beautifully done. I don't know if I can safely pick that out without it leaving a lot of like tiny holes behind and evidence that it had embroidery. So I'm going to leave it alone, I think. Here's the next one. And what I love about these is a lot of them are different brands, but they've got the same collars, which is phenomenal. This one, look at that. Just a solid color, but the collar was so fantastic. I had to do it. There's the tag. Amazing. And then there's this one, another just plain solid color. I almost didn't get the solid color ones, but like I felt wrong to leave them behind. And then my boyfriend said, he's like, yeah, with those shirts, like you need to have a hairy chest for that, which I love. I think there was one that I left behind that had embroidery on the collar, and it was because it was a solid black, that same silhouette that I just showed you. And then the embroidery on the collar, I think, was white or gold. It was gold. So it was just such a stark contrast. Like that floral one, you almost miss it and it's kind of quirky, but the black with the gold embroidery was just too in your face. And I feel like people wouldn't want it with the embroidery on it. So I left that, but it does like bother me that I left it a little bit. Anyway, next I have this one. This one's phenomenal. Solid green, great collar. It's got this textured paisley embroidered again, but same color as the shirt. Obviously, you can see that. And shall I show you the tag? Shall I? Shall I show you the tag? There you go. So cool. Probably did not focus. So sorry. All right, we're still going. We are still going with the shirts. Another Oleg Cassini. This is great plaid window pane. Oleg Cassini. Very cool. And this is the last shirt. Great collar again. Got this fantastic bird print on it. And then Oleg Cassini. And one last item that I got there that I forgot, I had out of order. I got this 80s windbreakery jacket. So this, when I brought it up to the counter, I didn't see a tag on it. So, I brought it up just because either I was going to get it or at the very least he'd be able to put a tag on it for somebody else. It did have a tag on it. I just couldn't find it. And it was marked at $17. It wasn't on sale. And so I was going to pass up on it. He offered it to me for 10, which is kind of still more than I would ideally want to pay. But again, I love supporting him. I know that I'll be able to make a profit on that. It's just another one of those things that like doesn't do great in my whatnot shows. I pick stuff like that up because I know other people sell like the swishy tracksuits really well and everything. I have a harder time with them, but that one I loved. The colors were great. And again, it's my local guy, so I like to support him. All right, that's everything I got with Richie, his name. So now I'm going to move on to today's haul, which I am so excited about. I need to sip some of this first. How long we 17 minutes so far. Not terrible. So I am so uncomfortable. When I got dressed this morning, I want you all to know that on my thrift haul days, I get dressed with you in mind. I mean, I like, putting on real clothes when I go out in public, but also I know I'm going to be recording a video. So I put on my little, this is a 1940s dressing gown. By the way, I love that a 1940s bathrobe is fancier than half the clothes that we wear out in public today. As I was walking into the thrift store, there was a couple in front of me, and the guy was just wearing like sweatpants and a hoodie, but the woman was wearing like cartoon printed fleece pajama pants and a sweatshirt. And then I'm walking behind them with this and my 40s dressing gown, and I just got a kick out of it. And I'm not judging them at all for wearing pajamas to the store. I do it all the time. It just was funny that we live in this day and age where like you have such a wide range of how people choose to dress anymore. And I think it's funny. So this stuff is super fun, but I got dressed with this in mind. But because I was wearing this, I also wore a bra, and bras make my back hurt. And so now my back is killing me, but I like to look nice for you and presentable and make it seem appealing in a vintage aesthetic type of way. Let's get into what I got today. So excited. So last week I had a great haul at this thrift, and this week was not disappointing. It was pretty good. I'm going to start off with this. This is not going to go in the Whatnot show. It's another Y2K piece. So this is cute. It's a little mesh top. It was $3. It was not on sale. Right? So Earth Girl by Anxiety. This is marked size extra large. It's got one of these like little ties. It'll be really cute. It's marked extra large. It doesn't look extra large, but So let's see. Hold on one second. I feel like I need to be a little bit closer to the camera. All right. Next, this one, I don't know if this is going to go in a Whatnot show or not. It's also like a Y2K-ish era. Really cute. Also a little bit larger. It's mark size large. Look at how adorable this is. So this is like a rose print mesh, obviously over that liner. It's made by Hanky Panky, and that's an older Hanky Panky tag. Hanky Panky, I've talked about them before. They are a company that's still in existence. They make a lot of stretch lace, mostly like underwear, bralettes, tank tops, like long sleeve or short sleeve, whatever, stretch lace, t-shirts and stuff. I know that they may have other types of clothing. I'm not as familiar. I haven't got on their site in a long time. They're expensive, but I love finding their stuff. And this one is older and it was so cute. So this was $1.50. You also can't really argue with that, right? Can't say no to $1.50 for Hanky Panky. All right, this is definitely going in tomorrow's show. And this is just a little 70s sheer floral top. I love finding these types of things, dresses, etc. Oh, it's got a little pull in it. So maybe this won't go in tomorrow's. No, I probably will. This has a repair to the sleeve that I didn't notice. I don't know if it's a repair. It's definitely a pull. But I'll see if I can work that out a little bit. I'm assuming you're kind of familiar. If you are a woman of a certain age, you're familiar because if you ever had to wear fucking pantyhose, you're going to be familiar with this. But you can see how it's like pulled here. I'm going to show you in case you're not familiar. Maybe you're not 112 years old and you haven't worn pantyhose before. So there's that. And it's pulled so like it got caught and it like yanked and pulled the threads together. So you can just kind of like gently tug it lengthwise in the direction of the pull. I try and go pretty slow and gentle. Sometimes you can do this and you feel sort of like a pop and it makes a hole. But let's see. It's improving a little bit, but it's not, I don't want to take all this time. But, it looks a little bit better. I'm going to keep working on it. Rizzo's climbing into the bag where I've been throwing these clothes now. This was $5. And even with the pull, I'm happy I bought it. I like those. Those are fun. This thing is really cute. This dress. Actually, before we get to the dress, I'll show you these shorts because they came out. These are probably not going to go in the show. I got a couple of pairs of shorts last week also, and I'm just kind of tucking them away to wait for shorts weather because it's October 23rd right now. But these were too much fun. So they look like they were originally white, but they've painted them with this pink splatter and then all this paint splatter. Acapulco, and that's done in paint. It looks like embroidery, but it is a screen printed thing. These were $2. So again, kind of a no-brainer. And they're just fun and goofy, obviously very 80s. So this dress is really cool. There are 0 tags on this thing, and it is missing a button. I am not going to put it in the show tomorrow. Like I would if I really need it, but I don't think so. I think I already have 12 things loaded up. So my goal is to have another 18 new items. And then, I'm sorry, yes, another 18 new items. And the remaining 70 items, because I try to do 100 pieces in a show, those will all be pieces that have been in Whatnot shows previously. So I don't think I'll need to put this in, but if I did, I would. But it's missing a button. But this is a dress. There we go. And it's got great sleeves. Those are really cool. And this nice, it's a maxi length. And it's just a really pretty, like, Indian, maybe a block print paisley. I'm not sure. Also, it has the hem taken up a little bit, but I think I'm going to take it down because it's just a really pretty wide hem. So this is what it looks like. And then you can see it's still in there. So somebody just, if I take it down, it still has a finished hem. Somebody just took the, tucked up the existing hem. And I love when that happens because it's very easy to take down. Well, here, in fact. This part where it kind of started coming down. So that's the finished hem, and somebody's just tucked it under, made it shorter. So we'll make it longer. It's very pretty. And this was some kind of price. How much was it? $2.50. Like, come on. All right. So next is this. So I got another one of these Vanity Fair robes. And the God's honest truth is that what I plan on doing with this, I may pop it into the show. But I specifically got it because one of my regular buyers on Whatnot said that she collects these Vanity Fair fleece robes, and I am going to offer it to her. Like, I'll just throw it into one of her packages if she wants it, and if she doesn't want it, then I'll just sell it. But this was $5. It says petites, but like a lot of times they're not really necessarily petite. And then it's got, this little brocade ribbon thing, and then this green fleece. So if she wants it, I'm just going to send it to her with whatever her next order is. And if she doesn't want it, I'll sell it on Whatnot. If I didn't have her in mind, I probably wouldn't have picked that up because I don't do great with those. I keep picking them up, or used to, because everybody would be like, "Oh, everybody loves those robes," blah blah blah. But I've picked them up a lot of times in the past and not been able to really get rid of them. I have several in my eBay, Etsy shops currently, and they're just kind of sitting there. So, but I picked it up for my regular in case she wants it. All right, so the reason I would send it to her for free, she's bought so much freaking shit from me, and like I said, I wouldn't even have gotten it if it weren't for her. So sometimes you just like connect with people, and I don't know that she buys a lot of shit from me. Basically what it comes down to. She buys a lot of shit from me, and I found something that I think she would like specifically. So we'll see. All right, this is the next item. This is a really pretty dress. Sheer, as you can see. Here's the tag. And I just loved it. I think it was pretty. This was $4. So easy peasy. Maxi length. Look how pretty that is. I love that. Right. Whatnot has created the option to have what they call a rewards program. So if you have regular buyers, you can set up little goal posts for them to hit. They have, like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, maybe diamond level. I don't remember, but at least 4 levels. So, and then they have like different requirements that you can set up. So how many shows does somebody have to watch? How much money do they have to spend? How many items do they have to purchase before they hit a bronze level with you, etc. And I had started setting this program up on my Whatnot, honestly, with the Vanity Fair customer in particular in mind. So I went and looked at like what she had spent with me during whatever the time frame was. They do this, I think they're going to be doing it like every 90 days or something. So I went and saw what has she spent with me. And so I kind of built my program around her because it should be an aspirational thing. It's a program that should encourage people to purchase more from you. My prices are so rock bottom as it is. It's hard for me to offer additional incentives to people. I would like to do it. I've thought about doing a coupon for some of my regular buyers in the past, but again, sometimes it's hard to offer a $15 or $20 coupon when, sometimes like that, it just cuts into my profit a lot. I'm not a very big seller, but I do want to be able to like recognize my buyers. So I haven't pulled the trigger on that program yet. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. I didn't love Whatnot's written explanation of the tiers, but I may try and do it. I think that the next time they reset it is like the beginning of December. So I may launch mine at that point, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll shut the fuck up now and keep showing you clothes. I found today at my favorite thrift store some ladies' disco shirts. So it's going to be like disco for everyone. These are a little bit more tame than the men's ones, but they're still fun. This one was $1.50. That's the tag. You can see that cute little floral print. Right? Cute. No big deal. No bigs. And these ladies' disco shirts are pretty much all like, oh, those are cute. Like they're kitschy. I like the collars. They're not like earth shattering, but I think they're a lot of fun. And they were so inexpensive. This one was $2, same tag. And then that's the print. So it's cute, right? Easy to offer. I might offer like a couple of them at $10 as a starting bid. This one was $2 also, same tag again. This is the print. So again, when I offer an item at a $10 auction start, if it sells for $10, I make about $8 after fees. This was a $2 shirt, which means that I'm making $6 for having gone and sourced it, photographed it, written the description, and doing the Whatnot show. On its own, it's not fantastic. It really is a volume game for me with Whatnot, and my volume is like 15 to 20 items in a show, but it helps. It's nice. And the way that I look at it too is that my Whatnot shows buy my inventory for everything else. So today I spent $110, and when I do my show tomorrow, if it runs an average show, I should make somewhere between $200 and $300. So that I've walked away with $100. And if I buy 30 pieces of inventory and I sell 15 or 20 of them and I still have some pieces left over, I've paid for all my inventory, I made a little bit of money, and I have items to list on the other platforms. So that's kind of how I look at it. Plus, I just have fun doing Whatnot. It's nice. And it allows me to make all these YouTube videos. Makes it very easy. So another little disco shirt. This one's a different tag, but you can see very similar. The color and the print and everything is very similar to the others. This one I think was also, this one was $1.50. Love it. All right, let's see. That has to wait because it's my favorite. Aggressively favorited by me. Probably not selling it. This blazer is cute. I was on the fence about it, but I clearly got it. So it was $4. I don't know. This says JD2. This is the only tag in here. This feels like a cotton blazer. It's very like 80s into 90s. I do like the design. I always look for fun blazers. I don't always find them, but I always look. And so I thought this was nice. And it was inexpensive enough that it was easy to get. This is a great like goth look. Obviously great if you have to like actually wear a blazer into an office. It's really cute as just like a jacket alternative as well. So I like that. What I would love to be able to do is really take my time styling some pieces, but for Whatnot shows especially, I just don't, I don't have it in me to do that. When I'm buying things on Wednesday and selling them on Thursday, I try. I mean, if I have two things that need to be photographed, I'll put them together, but I can't go crazy with styling. This sweater is a lot of fun. So it looks just like, it's like, okay, yeah, black and white sweater, whatever, V-neck. It was $4. Hold on. Fringe. Got all the fringe. It's so much fun. It's so cute. Fringe. I love it. $4. Fantastic. There's the tag. All right. This thing I partially got because it was cheap, but also it's cute. This, I don't think it had a tag. It does not. It was $1.50. Cheap. It's a little poncho. And it's got little, first of all, the color. I love it. And then it's got little, I don't know, alpaca guys on there. There's no tags, so I can't say that it's alpaca. But one would assume. But we all know what happens when you assume. We make an ass out of you and me. In case you didn't know. Maybe that's just it's just a generational term. Maybe nobody has tortured the Gen Zs with that term yet. CDs for the boyfriend. Drink a little Bevy Bev. Energy drink Bevy Bev. We don't do the other kind of Bevy Bevs in this house. No. All right. This is an adorable little 90s floral slip dress, maybe Y2K. This was $4. Here's the tag, vintage blue. One of the things I find interesting is, generally speaking, when I see a brand that has the word vintage in the brand name, it's too modern for me because that started being used way more widely, like probably mid-2000s, I think, like 2010-ish. But this is clearly an older tag, and obviously the style of the dress is older, so, I got it. But really cute. Semi-sheer, which I love. You can't really tell. That's good, though. I thought I just saw a waist tie, but I think I made that up. It's just a cute little dress. And did I tell you how much it was? I think I did. It was $4. So. All right. These stupid pants. I have two pairs of these. Well, not two pairs of these, but two similar pairs. Let me grab them both at the same time. These are so freaking cute. I believe they're 70s. I didn't find tags in either one of them. This one has a nylon YKK zipper, but it does have like sort of, I don't know if it's really handmade construction, but you know, these are high-waisted and like a little bit of a wider slash flare leg, but they're so fucking tiny. But they were great. So let me see this one. Did I just see a spot on the leg? Maybe. But I love these. These are really cute. This pair was $5. Actually, $5 is great. It's just it's so tiny. I am going to put them in the Whatnot show. I don't know if it'll sell. But I also have something else super tiny in the Whatnot show. So it's nice because if I have somebody who's really tiny, they have several options if they like all of my same things that I like. But why would they not like the things that I like? Everybody likes the things I like. This pair of pants was $5 also. And they're basically the same thing, just in yellow. Really cute. So nice little, so cute. I'm so hot right now. I'm so hot. I took my air conditioner out of the window like 3 days ago because it had been a week of being chilly because we have like window units. And so, of course, the cold air is coming in through the sides and everything. A couple times last week, our heat actually kicked on. And then I took the air conditioner out of the window, and then it was 80 degrees for 2 days in a row. So, no, can you not, Miss? So sorry. Rizzo's trying to climb into my bag. You go climb back in the other bag that you were in, ma'am. Please. Don't step in that, please. There's stuff in there that I need to keep accessing. All right, this is a little like thermally sweatshirt kind of thing. It's cute. It says Grand Canyon. Like, I got it because it was $2 and it's older. I mean, the Grand Canyon thing is cute. Like, the sweatshirt's cute, but it's not like, you know, but it's a nice little, I'll probably offer it at like $10 start. So it's not an amazing piece for Whatnot, but I think it would do decently on Etsy. I would list that at like $39, including the shipping. So, all right, let's see. So hot. These are really cute. Right? Look, colors are great, but cute. You know, I love me some gauchos. If it looks like a skirt, but it's really pants. If it's all one piece and it has pants, love it. If it's all one piece and it has a skirt, I love it. Dresses, jumpsuits, rompers, and gauchos. Lots. These were $4. Highway robbery, but they're cute. And I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to hold those off for warmer weather or not. Apparently we're still in warmer weather right now. All right, this skirt, this is ridiculous, but it was $2, number one, and then number two will be obvious. The little acid wash skirt. I sell these. I pick them up frequently enough. I don't like, they don't fly out the door, but I do sell them. Again, 40, 50 shipped, right? 39, 49 shipped. But this one I got because, what the fuck is that? Why is it a Lifesavers brand skirt? So it was just quirky and cute. I got it, and it was cheap enough to justify it. Adorable. Love it. All right, let's see. Next. Dying. Oh, these pants. This is another pair of pants where I don't really know what the age is. They were $1.50 though, and they have a really fun vintage bohemian hippie kind of aesthetic to them. They're cropped. They're like jeany kind of pants. Cute. I don't think they had tags. They do have pockets though. So adorable. And because they were $1.50 and because they may be modern, I'll probably throw these in my show for like $10 also. I really work hard to stick with vintage only, but every now and then I will throw a modern piece in when it's something like that, when it's like unusual, you know, super fun, whatever. All right, all these. Okay, I should have looked these up before I left and I didn't, but I'm pretty sure these are like 90s Y2K vintage. They were $4, and these are American Apparel, which, so I know that American Apparel went out of business. I cannot remember if they started up again. And oh, actually, these, I don't know, these have a tag on them with all sorts of codes, but I don't know if you can read date codes on these kind of things. Anyway, doesn't matter. Wait do you see. Um, they're like disco satin pants. So to reiterate, they are modern. They are American Apparel, but I love this. These are marked size large, which, come on, like, I am going to see if I can model them, which makes me nervous because I'm not super excited about what's going down below the waist, what's going on down below the waist at the moment. And shiny red fabric is going to make all sorts of emphasis on everything, but we'll see what happens. And then that'll also help me judge, like, what kind of a size large are those. But they're super fun, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll put them in whatnot or not. We'll see. This dress, so cute. So this has a lot of 50s vibes, but I think it's, I don't know. It's got a metal zipper in the back. It's not Talon, but I think it says Notion. I can't tell. You're not going to be able to tell, but whatever. Metal zipper. It's a red cotton dress. Like, I love this thing there. It's got a little bit of a peplum. It's kind of like a wiggle dress with this little cotton peplum and then this fun top part here. Really cute. And then I'll show you the tag. I don't know if this is like a reproduction of 50s styles. It's really cute either way. So I'll see. I'm going to look it up. It's a great dress though. And this was $3. Like, you can't really lose for that. I didn't look for additional tags. I just saw the dress and grabbed it. Yeah, I do think that this is going to be more modern because look at the seams on the inside, right? So that's not, it's just not very 50s-esque, but it's a really cute little brand, really cute little dress. So I'll look up the brand and see what it is. Clearly, it's at least a retro styling. So, and like, it might be like 80s with a 50s retro thing. All right, let's see. Do I really only have my 3 favorites left? I do. No, I don't. Hold on. Okay, I have this, another disco shirt that was hiding in the bottom. There's the tag. And it's like very Art Deco kind of design, which I love. So that's cool. And this was $2. And you cannot lose with that. It's amazing. All right, now I'm down to my 3 favorites and also this frying pan I bought. We have crappy IKEA Teflon frying pans, and I keep wanting to get rid of the Teflon. I don't cook. My boyfriend does the cooking because he likes to eat food that doesn't taste like garbage. So, but I have wanted to try like stainless steel. So I found this today. It's an All Clad, which is supposed to be a good brand. And I don't know anything about anything. It's got scratchy things, but I would imagine that's not terrible. Like, it's not, the surface feels fine. I don't know. So I figure it's $6. I'm going to try it out and try to maybe keep picking up more if I feel like we like them, because I don't want to die of Teflon poisoning. I'd rather die of energy drink poisoning. I don't want to do that either, but pick your poison. Okay. This dress is so cute. This was $8. It was not on sale. It does have a metal zipper down the back. I'm guessing like 70s era. Really cute though. Look at, first of all, look at that pretty flower print. So cute. Little shorter puff sleeves. And it's a maxi length, and it's got obviously that ribbon belt. It's just really cute. I love it so much. And I don't recall seeing any tags in it, which is fine because I don't need to see tags. But so this, because it was $8, but also because I love it, I would put this up on Whatnot. Probably, I think it's handmade because look at how long this like zipper part is on the inside. Probably for at least $20. Maybe I would do 25. It depends. I would probably partially base it on the size. I think it's at least a small, but maybe a size medium. So we'll see. All right. I'm down to the last 2 things, and these are both super exciting to me. for different reasons. So I can't remember if I talked about this. For some reason, I feel like I talked about this last week, this vest that I found. I saw this vest. I thought it was really cute, but I put it back because it was marked as $8 and it wasn't on sale. And I mean, it's a cute vest, but for $8, I was like, no. Okay. Look at the cute little purple flower print, right? So, like, adorable, but whatever. But then, so I put it back, right? Then today, as I was walking around, I found these pants. Wait. How cute are they? Okay. And they had one of these tags on it, which means like this isn't really a price tag. This means this is part of a two-piece set, obviously. So I found the fucking vest. It was not where I had put it back last week. It was somewhere totally different, but I found it. So, and then of course, the fact that it was $8 for this set, and this week it was on sale, so it was $4. So yay. So freaking cute. I love this so much. And it looks like it's at least a small, maybe like on the verge of a medium. So exciting. So I love it. It's really, really cute. And I cannot wait to put that in the show. It is a little on the like see-through side, but so cute. So I'm going to have to figure out a shirt to put underneath this though. We'll see. Anyway, very excited that I was able to reunite those pieces and that I got them. I was so stoked, but not as stoked as I was for this last set. Two-piece set. So I found the blouse. And of course, the second I even saw, I was like I was not maintaining composure trying to get to this shirt. So, sorry, I got to put it like in a presentable way for you. This was marked as $6, but the tag was also a little bit weird, right? Because it's like that 5 with the X's. And I was like, is this part of a set? But it wasn't with anything else. Look at this shirt. Look at the print. Look at the collar. Look at the tag. So freaking awesome. So of course, and then the sleeves. The sleeves are nice too. Like they're a little voluminous. So after I found the shirt, which I was like, I am probably going to keep the shirt. I suspected the tag indicated that there was a matching piece, but I hadn't seen anything. Of course, I went back and I scoured the skirts again. And I was like, well, maybe it's pants, but I don't know if it's going to be pants, but okay. And then I was like, well, maybe that's not even like whatever. And I went downstairs where the pants are because I'm on a different floor. As you can guess, as you can imagine. And I think that they're not only going to be big enough for me, I think they might be a little bit too big. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Little metal zipper. Somebody had taken in the waist on these, so I'm going to like take all that out because it's not really super well done. I'm going to take out all the little bits in the waist. So $6 for this set. I mean, come the fuck on. You know what I mean? Like, just amazing. Oh, and the pants have been taken up a little bit. And again, well, I don't know. They were taken up, but like, yeah, I don't know. I was going to try and just take them down. I don't know if I'll be able to take them down without having them hemmed again, but we'll see. I haven't tried them on at all yet. Now, I'm a little worried that they're going to be actually too big on me. We'll see. Doesn't matter. My intention is that that thing is going nowhere, living with me forever, but we'll see what happens. I've certainly done this with things in the past where I was like, this is going to live with me forever. And then I put it on my body and I was like, oh, never mind. It does not look good on me at all. But that was everything that I got today. So exciting. I loved those last two sets. And I mean, all the disco shirts were fantastic. So I definitely have a lot of work to do for my Whatnot show. Although I do have some of it done already. I have the 12 items that I've listed, already have photos up. While I'm on the topic of Whatnot, I feel like I should do a new video snippet for it. But Whatnot changed some of their listing processes. So if you recall, a few weeks ago, I had a problem where I couldn't load photos after I had written drafts. And then Whatnot was like, yeah, sorry, we don't have that capability. It's like, you had that capability for 2 years. I don't know what you mean. Like, we don't have that. And then the following week, it was fine. And I was able to do it again. Well, when I went in to do my drafts yesterday, normal I can't remember what they normally call it. Like I go to do drafts and you have two buttons. There's quick add and then some, I don't remember what the second one is. I was just always doing quick add. Well, they changed the terms. And so one says temporary listing and then like quality listing. And I was like, temporary? That sounds scary because I carry my things over every single show. So I always use the quick add button, which is now temporary listing. I create the listing, but if it doesn't sell in that show, it still exists in my inventory list and I can keep carrying it forward for as long as I need to. I was nervous that the temporary listing would not allow me to do that. I had already made a bunch of listings using a quick add button. So I ended up like redoing them under quality listing. And the reason that Whatnot has done this is because they have rolled out sort of an incentive program, although it's not much of an incentive, honestly, but it's an incentive program to recognize higher quality sellers. But the problem with the program is that it has an like aggressively high financial threshold. So you have to have done like at least 10 shows. You have to have been active on Whatnot for at least 90 days. You have to have done, I think, 250 sales in the past 90 days. You have to have, I think, like whatever certain customer service rating, like good reviews, and you reply to messages quickly and stuff like that. But they want you to have made $50,000 in sales in the past 90 days. And it just seems a little crazy. Like so many of the people in the Facebook group for this, like one of the Facebook groups that I'm in for Whatnot, they're meeting all of these requirements, except obviously the 50,000. And for reference, like I've sold, I think when I looked at my past 90 days, I sold 271 items. I go live once a week for about 2.5 hours. Like I'm not a large seller at all. I'm very small. And I sold 271 items in the past 90 days, but my revenue for that was $3,000. They want you to hit $50,000. And honestly, besides the fact that it sort of feels like a slap in the face a little bit, like I think that you should just, if you have a program where the goals are that high, you should reach out to the people who are somewhere in that vicinity, the people who've made it, and maybe reach out to people who are doing like 40K in 3 months or even 30, whatever, and say, hey, we've got this program. And like one of the benefits of the program is you get reduced fees, and it's not huge, but for $50,000 in 90 days, it would make a significant impact. It was, instead of 8% fees, you would pay 7.2%. And then there's like premium customer service and like that they provide to you, and like you get a badge or something, whatever. So I feel like they should have just reached out to those larger sellers. And some people are speculating that they'll end up expanding the program and maybe having tiers or something, which I think would be great. It's just really discouraging when you look at all of these requirements and you're meeting all of them except this like astronomical financial component. And especially because there's a lot of drama about big Whatnot sellers, especially on the platform. So these sellers go on, and these are generally the same people who have a really big YouTube following. They're like very known personalities in the reselling world. A lot of these very large sellers have been well known in the community, in the reselling community, for many years because they have large social media followings, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and everything. But also, they frequently have a lot of drama surrounding them. They get kicked off of one platform after another. There's like always something going on, a lot of sort of scammy behavior. And my concern with the really high financial thresholds is that those are some of the sellers that are meeting those requirements. And it's the same type of thing, like they still frequently have very good reviews because these people are so huge. And I mean, to their credit, often they are working their asses off. They're great like show people. They put on a fantastic and entertaining show a lot of the time. They really build a sense of community, but they will then engage in like scammy behaviors. And new people who start following them are afraid to speak out or leave a bad review because they know, they're like, oh, well, this is so and so. Everybody loves them. It's probably just a one off thing. Right. And, I'm thinking of two sellers in particular, and I don't want to name names or anything because it certainly, if you're not involved in the drama, like just don't, it's not worth it. But, you know, a lot of these really big sellers do that type of stuff. Somebody was relaying a story about how they purchased 20 items off of a seller. The seller had a massive show with like tons of people, like 200, 300 people watching the show. They were running all these items that were new with tag items and barely really showing the items. They'd be like, oh, new with tag, Lululemon, blah, 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 size 6, and that's it. They're not going over whether there are any flaws or anything like that. So, of course, you assume that there are not flaws. It's new with tags. They seem well established. And this person, out of the 20 items they received, 7 of the items like had rips or stains or something where they were kind of like, yeah, I can't do anything with these. So, and that happens not infrequently. Anyway, so Whatnot's got this program that it looks like they have launched. They're not launching it. They launched it already. Maybe I'll do another video about it, talking about it too. And also, as a side note, Poshmark reversed their fee structure back to the old one. I think I did a video about that already too. Anyway, so that's some of the reseller drama of the week. I honestly don't know how many of you are watching this as like vintage clothing buyers versus vintage clothing sellers. I feel like it's a mix and that a lot of you are both. But anyway, that's all the little drama that I have for you today. I'm going to get to work on all this stuff because I have a lot of work to do. And I'm going to change out of this absolutely stunning 1940s dressing gown and put on some janky old tank top and shorts because I'm hot. And I'm going to get to work and then get an amazing show put together for y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this, and I hope that I will see you again soon. Thanks.